Welcome back to Soundwaves Christmas. We have a very special guest. We're joined by my 11-year-old son, Daniel Willis. Give it up.
Hi.
Hi, Daniel. So Daniel, how many years have you been doing Soundwaves Christmas now?
11 now.
And how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 11.
Oh, look at that. He's been at it longer than your dad has as far as your lifetime and everything. You've had a full lifetime experience of doing Soundwaves Christmas. Congratulations.
Technically, before that, actually, because you appeared on the show when your mom was pregnant still.
Oh, so 12 years.
12 years, kind of.
Yeah.
Depending on how you count that sort of thing. Yeah, so you're a lifer. You're in for the rest of your life. I'm just going to tell you right now. So. But there's a very important reason why you're in this segment. We always try to figure out a way to get you on the show, but this year we actually have a legitimate reason because this is really, really cool. So our good friend Dan Ashley, you know Dan Ashley.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So Dan is, the most trusted newscaster in all of San Francisco, but he does this very, very cool thing, and I'd love to just tell you all about it, but,
Well, what about the shirt and everything? Are we
we're going to get to that.
Oh,
we're
okay.
Get to that.
Don't look at it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
That's right. Yeah, don't look. But anyway, so we are actually, as opposed to getting into all the details ourselves about Dan's really awesome charity, why not go to the man himself? We're going to go live to the set with Dan Ashley to find out all about Rock the CASA. Take a look, everybody.
Hi, Dennis. Hi, Steve. Guys, great to be with you once again on Soundwaves Christmas. I'm so proud to be a part of this program every year. It does such wonderful things in this community around the holidays, and I commend you on such hard work. I know, because I know both of you guys well, that this is a labor of love, and it's a lot of work to put this together every year. So I commend you on doing it year in and year out for these many years. Proud to be back on the show. I'm also really happy to tell you about my Rock the CASA Foundation and the upcoming show. Thanks a lot for talking about it. You guys have always been so generous about that. This is my nonprofit charity that I started a few years ago to support underserved children in need. I produce a big concert every year in Walnut Creek. Last year's headliner was Cheap Trick. This year's headliner, March 3rd, at the Lesher Center in Walnut Creek, none other than Melissa Etheridge. So it's going to be a fantastic show. We're going to help a bunch of kids at the same time. RockTheCASA.org. RockTheCASA.org is where you can go for tickets. Just a few minutes, we're going to show you a performance from my band, Push, at the last Rock the CASA event with Cheap Trick, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let me just once again thank you guys for what you're doing with Soundwaves Christmas, really supporting the community, raising money, raising awareness, and doing some really nice things. So glad to be back on with you again this year, and all my best. Happy holidays, fellas. I'll send it back to you.
Dan Ashley, everybody. A great guy, a great charity. He's always been a big part of Soundwaves Christmas. For the past handful of years, he's been there for us. And not only was he there for us for Soundwaves Christmas, but he also kind of helped us out with his, because actually it was, 3 years ago now?
It was, I think 3 years ago,
when we got to see Eddie Money.
Yes, that
which was awesome
epic.
at his. So there's Epic, and then there's Epic, because not only did we get to see Eddie Money a couple of years ago, Daniel, who did we get to see last year?
Oh, definitely Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick, yeah.
So you already heard Melissa Etheridge is playing the next one, but Cheap Trick was pretty epic and awesome, and the reason for that is because we all went to go see. Now you love Cheap Trick. I love Cheap Trick. Your son's first concert was Cheap Trick.
Absolutely.
So, and you had already been to a few shows, but you're like, I want to go see Cheap Trick. So we went to go see Cheap Trick, Heart, and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and when we arrived, Cheap Trick was half done with their set.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh.
That's what I said.
Right? And then we found out that Cheap Trick was playing Rock the CASA, and we said, Dan, we'd love to bring Daniel to see it. And he's like, no problem. And he got us in, and it was amazing. And the Cheap Trick was right there as opposed to 40 miles away with no screens, right? We got to see them right there. And how was the show?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, I love the music.
Yeah, it was really cool. What's your favorite Cheap Trick song?
I think I like Dream Police.
Fine choice.
Fine choice. Well done.
Yeah.
You even got your Cheap Trick shirt on there. Look at that.
Look at this.
The boys representing.
Look,
nice.
I got to say, every year he shows up wearing a Soundwave shirt. I guess I could let the Cheap Trick shirt pass this time. I understand your love of...
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. What
you got? What you got? Oh, hey.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
he has got the Soundwave shirt on as well.
Awesome. You know what that means?
What?
That means you get to introduce the next band.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Push.